Hello everyone and welcome back to Badgerclan, where we are here with this very, very troublesome clan. Right, so Lightstrike and Badgerstar are, he's once again thinking he doesn't deserve the 9 lives of a leader. That is interesting, Badgerstar, how you keep, of all cats, thinking that. Interesting. Anyways, Kinktail is gonna take a patrol with Heatherclaw and Meadowbush out along the border. They hear a cat begging for their housefolk to come back, just barely legible over the sound of the monster speeding away. They're just gonna ignore this, I think. Lonesome, nervous, cunning, they don't really care. They're just gonna ignore it. It's none of their business, and they resume their patrol. Driftback and Branchtail, you two can go hunting. They find a red fox. Oblivious and grumpy. I think they're just gonna proceed. And the red fox is unwilling to spill more blood. Well, blood over the food, and decides to just go. Slatestone is just off gathering things on his own. And let's see. Slatestone apparently ran too fast over harsh ground and hurt his paws. And Kinktail woke up with a splitting headache. That is quite unfortunate. So relationships, Lightstrike is wowed by how bravely Thriftback fought the other day. Okay, Branchtail is complaining that Thriftback never does anything helpful. So apparently those two are not doing too great. And Badgerstar is impressed by Slatestone's competence in any situation. Yeah, that makes sense. I think Branchstar and Slatestone like each other quite a lot. Although Slatestone is feeling unappreciated. And Lightstrike is fantasizing about leading the clan into a victorious battle. Well, you can always go on a patrol now. Meadowbush and Thriftback. I don't think Badgerstar is gonna come with. They find some paw prints, but it turns out that it was Meadowbush's own paw prints. Heatherclaw and Branchtail, you two can go hunting. They once again find a fox, although this one is a swift fox. They're gonna proceed, but apparently a coyote yip in the distance sends everyone running. And Slatestone has gathered more herbs. Here we go. Yeah, I think Lightstrike is probably up to something. Not to send out any spoilers about what happens. Slatestone can walk without much pain. Their cracked pads have healed. That's nice. Heatherclaw was seen talking calmly to a loner before both cats went their separate ways. Kinktail's pain has subsided. That's nice. And some sort of pest got into the herb stores and completely destroyed them. The medicine cat will have to clean it out and start anew. Oh goodness. Well, that's not good. Okay, so Lightstrike is wondering what it's like to be a medicine cat. Meadowbush is actually escorting said medicine cat right now. I'm assuming Slatestone is very busy in the medicine cat den, cleaning everything out, so she's out actually finding stuff. Or the other way around, of course. But it seems like they make a pretty good team. Heatherclaw, I'm gonna send you out alone on a random patrol. And she catches a mouse. He catches a mouse. And I did that because he was out alone touching noses with a loner, so. Thriftback, I think, is honestly feeling pretty distraught. He keeps being set up with Branchtail, and Branchtail keeps hating him. So these three are gonna go on a border patrol. Your patrol cautiously moves towards the sound of barking. Near the border, they spot a dog chasing something, and it's a cat. Lightstrike is in the lead. She's bloodthirsty and also mediating. We're gonna... I can't tell if she would proceed or antagonize. Because she's not stupid. Would she want to attack? I think, honestly, she would just get into a frenzy attacking the big dog. So we'll see what happens. Your patrol watches the loner climb up a spindly tree and escape the dog, and then promptly proceed to chase the dog out of the territory. On their way back, they advise the loner that this is a dangerous area and they maybe shouldn't return. Yeah, that does sound like Badgerclan. Well, Lightstrike at least. Oh my goodness! Now Kingtail has caught the scent of a fox. It's a kid fox carrying a mouse in its jaws. The kid fox locks eyes with Kingtail as they emerge from the grass. Weighing up its options against the bigger cat, there's a long tense moment as both fluff up, ready to fight, but the fox's nerve breaks first and it runs, leaving Kingtail with the mouse. Nice for you, Kingtail, nice for you. But let's proceed another time. Driftback misstepped and slipped on a rock. That is unfortunate. And Kingtail confessed their feelings to Meadowbush, but got rejected. Ouch. Okay, so Lightstrike gives Slatestone a circular two-leg object they found and hides behind their whiskers when thanked. Okay, Lightstrike. Okay. Badgerstar thinks that Meadowbush isn't so bad after all. That's always something, isn't it, Badgerstar? Kingtail was enjoying a moonlit stroll with Meadowbush last night. And I guess that's where she got thoroughly rejected. Badgerstar again is very, very fond of Slatestone. And he still is thinking that he's not deserving the 9 lives. Lightstrike is eavesdropping on Meadowbush, who doesn't think Lightstrike is doing, or who thinks Lightstrike is doing a terrible job as deputy. Kingtail is feeling a bit anxious after having been around so many cats at the last gathering. And Heatherclaw wonders how Badgerstar is doing. Okay, I think Badgerstar and Lightstar... Lightstar? It's not what I meant to say. Not what I meant to say. In fact, you know what? Let's send out the other cats first. Kingtail, you're gonna take... not Badgerstar. You're gonna take Meadowbush and Branchtail on a border patrol, where they notice that Viperclan scent has strayed into their territory. Definitely gonna antagonize that. This is a trespass and will not be tolerated. Frankly, should be reciprocated. Your patrol blatantly spreads their own scent on Viperclan's territory, ruining the clearly marked borderlines. Yeah. Ouch. Heatherclaw, you're gonna go hunting. There's so many foxes here. Holy heckers. There's a swift fox that spots Heatherclaw coming and scampers, tucking their tail and fleeing across the horizon. An example of speed that shows where the small carnivore gets its name. Slatepaw, you're gonna go hunting for some herbs. And Lightstrike and Badgerstar, you're gonna go on a border patrol, where they notice Stagclan patrol marking their scents up ahead. Your patrol stands tall and approaches the Stagclan cats with insults and threats. Lightstrike spits and hisses until the other patrol leaves the area. Annoyed and unimpressed, apparently. Okay. Kingtail again confesses her feelings to Meadowbush and has once again gotten rejected. Okay, and Lightstrike is delighted to be working with Kingtail today. That's interesting. And Kingtail shares an embarrassing story about Badgerclan they were asked not to share. Okay, I think what's happening here is Lightstrike and Kingtail are kind of in cahoots. They're kind of not together, but like they you know, yeah, she's wondering what Kingtail is up to. These two are gonna go on a random patrol type together. They hear some odd noises coming from an abandoned tooling nest out on the plains. They're gonna proceed. It's just an odd loner singing to themselves. The patrol greets them, and the loner isn't inside. As the loner isn't inside Badgerclan territory. It's a polite interaction without any hostility. The older cat looks like they could use a meal, and Lightstrike invites them to Badgerclan's camp. The loner agrees. Interesting. Okay, so they— oh, good gracious! Holy heckers! That is an older cat. Okay, Silva, holy heckers! I'm gonna just change your name to Silva. You're gonna not last very long. I think Silva is just kind of— you know what? I'm gonna say he's just visiting, or she's just visiting, and then I'm gonna exile her. Simply because I don't want her in the Star Clan. I want her in the unknown residence when she is no longer alive. But, you know, they took her in, talked a little bit, and then let her go again. It's more like— I don't think she would want to stay here either. But anywho, I was actually thinking— Meadowbush and Branchtail, you two can go on a hunting patrol. They come across a large rat and they actually catch it. Heatherclaw finds a small burrow with a strange scent. He's not going to proceed because he's nervous. Slatestone, you're once again just gathering some herbs. Oh, this is interesting. So Thriftback's dislocated joint is feeling much better. And Heatherclaw was seen speaking calmly to a cat from Stagclan. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna send him out on a random patrol. Apparently he hears a startling sound, a hiss of pain. They quickly follow the sound, and it's a loner who appears to be injured. And he can't leave a fellow cat to die. Well, this is interesting. I'm gonna send out a couple more patrols, and then I think we'll kind of leave it here. Lightstrike, Badgerstar again, a large scent, and they apparently chase it off. That is a very beautiful cat, by the way. Frankie's thing. We're gonna have to fix that name. But, Branchtail, Thriftback. Actually, I think Thriftback would just rather hunt alone, and apparently Branchtail got hit by a skunk. Some stinky skunk. So the patrol comes across a thunder path running through the grasslands. He's oblivious. He's just gonna proceed. Kingtail, I think you and Meadowbush will go on a border patrol. There's dark clouds on the horizon. Metabush wonders if they should continue. They will. And it's a successful patrol. But there we go. So, Moon 56, eh? I think I might just end it here for now. And next time we'll see what's up with this Frankie cat, as well as Heatherclaw seeing a cat from Stagclan. But if you are interested in the story here, I would not goodness, I just lost all my words. If you are interested in seeing more of this story, I would appreciate if you maybe liked and subscribed, and I'm excited to share more of this story. So, until next time, bye-bye.